it need not be expensive to travel throughout the summer. We've discovered over years of travel that the expense of travel may either make you feel restricted or liberated. Welcome to Around the World. Today, we'll be looking at the best places to visit this summer. Are you a fan of our channel? Be sure to subscribe to Around the World and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Number 20. Medellin, Colombia. Medellin is referred to as having permanent spring, which means that the city experiences mild winters and warm summers. Despite what you may have heard, Medellin is a fantastic destination to visit as a traveler with a wide variety of lodging alternatives for every price and mouth-watering dining selections from Colombian to other South American cuisines. You may get delicious food at reasonable pricing both early and late. One of our favorite activities is to take the free city walking tour and sample Colombian coffee at some of our favorite cafes close to El Poblado. Number 19. India. In India, lodging is not expensive. Food is affordable in price. The expense of moving from one location to another is low. The one thing to watch out for in India is being stared at because you're a foreigner or because you look different from the locals, and it's probable you will. But other than that, everything is really inexpensive, the food is amazing, and the marketplaces are a shopper's paradise. Number 18. Porto, Portugal. Summertime in Porto is a terrific time for picnics and sunset strolls near Gaia. You may also take long walks to see the city's various neighborhoods and gorgeous tiled structures. The architectural landmarks, hip cafes, vistas from Dom Luis Bridge, and the winding lanes of Ribeira were all highlights of Porto. Oh, and don't overlook the numerous national artistic masterpieces that can be found within the São Bento train station. It's free to view this wonderful site. Number 17. Tenerife, Canary Islands. Summer is a terrific time to visit because rainfall is normally lowest then, so now will be a really great time to go and enjoy the scenery. We had a layover and quick stop in Madrid on the way there, which helped us brush up on our rusty Spanish for the few days we would spend in the Canary Islands. We spent some time in the incredibly beautiful and tranquil town of La Orotava in Tenerife, exercising our legs on the steep streets. Number 16. Peru. If you avoid the too popularized, overly touristic route that is now a feature of Wonders of the World and bucket lists, Peru is an economical holiday option. Peru offers much more than Machu Picchu, which has become such a must-see destination that there are no crowds, tight regulations, and long lineups. It will also cost you a few $100s, or possibly thousands, depending on the degree of excursions you purchase, to travel to Machu Picchu for a few days. Everything is priced for tourists, and even the train has different tariffs for foreign visitors than for domestic ones. Number 15. Tallinn, Estonia. When the sun sets as late as 10:45 p.m. in the summer, Tallinn looks to be at its most lovely. And considering that in July, the sun rises around 4:00 a.m., you should have blackout curtains. Bring a sleep mask without a doubt. People in Estonia, as well as other cultures in the area, from Finland to Latvia, celebrate the Midsummer Festival around the summer solstice, which entails taking time off work, going out to the country, and partying all night, which is very short because of how little darkness there is. Walking through Tallinn's little old town is a terrific opportunity to view the city's architecture, history, and abundance of restaurants, bars, and cafes. Number 14. Guatemala. One of the least expensive destinations in Latin America is Guatemala. If you have a budget to stick to and are choosing between Costa Rica and Guatemala as your travel location, Guatemala will cost you 50% less than Costa Rica. In Guatemala, you may spend very little money and have an amazing time because the cost-to-adventure ratio is definitely at one end of the spectrum. Number 13. Sri Lanka. All of Sri Lanka is a budget-friendly holiday destination that is suitable for all seasons. Knowing some information about Sri Lanka will help you decide if it's the right destination for you and your travel preferences. Sri Lanka, an island close to India, is a fascinating nation with kind and peaceful citizens. Because there are several tropical subclimates, it is hot all year round near the coastlines and very moderate to even frigid when the altitudes are higher in the middle. Number 12. Panama. Panama is an interesting, small country to see for a while. It serves as the entrance from North America to South America. In recent years, backpackers trying to travel on a budget have made destinations like Bocas del Toro very popular. As a result, the quality of lodging and dining has increased to a tourist level, which has resulted in higher rates. Despite how the country appears on a map, there are still many opportunities for savings in Panama, and there are plenty of sights to take in if you go by land from Costa Rica to Panama City. It takes about 10 hours. Number 11. Taipei, Taiwan. Considering summer is a good idea because it can rain any day of the year, sometimes unexpectedly. Many tourists miss out on going hiking in the country's core, where you can find various temperatures depending on where you are in Taiwan. You might find yourself alone with nature in this area because it is a great deal less touristed. Regarding Taipei, there is a ton of culture to explore, and we enjoyed finding out more about a period of history we had never heard of. Number 10. Lapaz, Bolivia. It is one of the South American nations with the biggest proportion of indigenous people, which makes traveling there a richly rewarding cultural experience. Take the free city walking tour in La Paz to find out more about the local jail. I won't give any details away, the witches' market, and the cultural significance of Bolivian women donning Italian bull hats. Don't forget to sample the local cuisine and stay in one of La Paz's fantastic hostels, such Wild Rover or Loki, which offer a lively nightlife for travelers. Number 9. Mexico City. Mexico City is a fantastic place to try lots of new foods with a food tour, see the local markets, try a margarita or 3 at a variety of bars, some on rooftops, and cool off with a cold brew at any of the well-known specialty cafes. There are a ton of things to do in Mexico City for every type of traveler. Because of its value, tourists favor Mexico City. If Airbnb is out of your price range, you can explore new hostels like Salina Mexico City, which also offers a bar and a parking area. Number 8. South Africa. South Africa differs from the rest of Africa for a variety of reasons. The population of South Africa with European ancestry is roughly 9%, which is far more than that of other African countries, and its major cities have an immensely greater Western impact. Aside from this, South Africa has had an amusing development since around 2015. In my money advice for international travel, I discuss how the currency's sharp decline in value favors the foreign traveler. Number 7. Vietnam. Even though prices may increase in the summer, Vietnam is relatively reasonable high season. Vietnam is among the least expensive locations. Numerous tourists from all over the world visit Vietnam throughout the summer, including Europeans on summer vacation Australians on winter holidays, and Americans on extended Southeast Asia trips lasting up to a month. Since most major Vietnamese holidays happen in January and February, when costs increase and there are surcharges due to the New Year festivals, you'll probably be okay if you can book your Vietnam trip in advance. Number 6. Thailand. Thailand is a cheap destination for travelers on a tight budget. If you stay in Bangkok alone and go on excursions or guided tours, you'll undoubtedly spend more money than you anticipated. Traveling in Thailand on a tight budget won't stop you from having a great time if you head up north to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai and visit smaller villages with equally wonderful activities like hikes, minority cultures, and ecotourism. Number 5. The Philippines. You may book a cheap room at a hotel or hostel, and a taxi to a stunning beach will just cost you a few dollars. You'll pay less for the street food than you might anticipate, and haggling is okay. A small admission fee may be required to enter magnificent natural sites like the Chocolate Hills in Bohol, but it won't be excessive. In the Philippines, where there are more than 7,000 islands, you probably can't see them all. Nor would you need or want to, and enough of activities to keep you busy on a trip lasting a month or longer. A small budget will go a long way. Number 4. Nicaragua. Any time of year is a terrific time to visit Nicaragua, and you can be sure that your money will go a long way there. You can do everything you've ever wanted to do in this Central American country, from eating in markets for around $2 for a vegan lunch of rice, beans, and avocado to going on 2-day hikes with Quetzal truckers for about $1.70 with all-inclusive guides, transportation, and camping for a night. San Juan del Sur, the hub of all backpacker activity on the coast, is a must-see for beaches. Number 3. Ecuador. You may quickly pass over Ecuador in your mind. Did you know that the name in Spanish means the equator? You now understand the significance of the country's geographic designation, which includes the equator's location in the center. What activities are there in Ecuador? You may go about Cuenca, a lovely historical city, and see where the Panama hat originated. Montanita, the hippy-dippy backpacker center of the Pacific coast, is where you may find beaches. The culture of Quito, Ecuador's highland capital, offers museums where you may climb a cathedral to take in views of the surrounding countryside before descending to explore the colonial buildings in the old area. Number 2. Laos. Laos is a colorful and frequently overlooked nation that shares borders with Thailand, China, Vietnam, and Cambodia. Why come here? Being a landlocked country, Laos is unique since so many visitors enter the country via China, Thailand, or Vietnam. So what are the options? Similar to Myanmar, Laos is less well known because tourism there is less developed than it is in Thailand. In Luang Prabang, where you may also discover beautiful waterfalls and wildlife, witness Buddhist culture at its best. In places like Phang Bien, you may see the stars at night and try your hand at night photography. In Vientiane, you can discover a city by visiting its cafes. The Plain of Jars and Bonsavan, with its temple ruins, are available for daring. Number 1. Myanmar. A daily budget of $35 USD, on average, allowed us to stay in private rooms with large beds in hostels like Baobab in a lake, have cocktails on rooftop bars in Yangon, and take private tuk-tuk tours of Bagan's temples. Because Myanmar is such a large country, we only saw a portion of its breathtaking scenery. One of the places on Earth where you may travel for the longest period of time at the lowest cost is this lovely nation. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other videos for great travel destinations, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about our latest videos.